Well, it's just know that Army football and the West Point community in general just couldn't be more excited to have this opportunity. We fought and scratched and kicked and bought and got ourselves to this level. We knew we had some friends here. We knew we had some people pulling for us to get to that threshold, and that's really what it is. Now we fought ourselves onto that stage. We've got to prove we belong there, and it is a privilege to coach those young men and to represent that institution and to be part of that developmental cycle. And this is all part of that. And again, thank you for the opportunity to do this.
Coach Jones, your thoughts?
Well, we're very, very excited to have the opportunity to come and play, and we're very thankful and appreciative to Bell Helicopter and to be part of a game that playing against a good friend, Rich and Army. I've always felt since I got into college coaching, I wanted to play all the academies. I'm excited for Rich. When he got the job, we were, I think everybody knows the history, but we had played together and we actually coached a year together in Hawaii, and you kind of just root for all the guys as everybody goes their own direction. I followed him at Cal Poly. I knew when he got hired at Army that this would happen. The way his teams play, the energy they play with, and of course his commitment to the school, it makes it extra special that he has a history there too. So for us to be able to have the opportunity to come to the Armed Forces Bowl, and even though we're playing at in our own stadium, I'm sure it's not going to be like a home game for us, I can tell you that. There's going to be a lot of people pulling for Army, and it's going to be an exciting game, an exciting day, and I'm really excited for my kids to have the opportunity. And Rich, I think when we went to the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl last year, it was kind of the first and a great experience, and the energy that the kids are going to have just being here and being a part of this whole event is really, really a great experience for these athletes that are 18 to 22 years old. And so we're looking forward to playing the game, and it's going to be, hopefully we'll catch a good day, not snow and ice, because we throw the ball a little bit more than Rich does, but he knows how to get it up the field, I can tell you that. So it's going to be a fun game and a great game to play.
Okay. Any questions from the floor?
Coach Ellerson, talk about the Army's first bowl game, and since '96, what it means to you, what it means to the kids in the program.
Well, it represents a threshold or a bend in the road. It's not the destination, but it does validate some things that we're doing. This coaching staff, this team, this culture that we've initiated now has some credibility. Hey, this is going to work. This is, and that necessarily breeds enthusiasm internally, which impacts not just your play, but your recruiting and just the direction of the program. And West Point is such a unique place. You have to have been there to understand how integral something like football in particular, but intercollegiate athletics in general, is to the larger mission of the institution. Your job is absolutely wired to the larger institution. So something like what we're experiencing right now is felt throughout the core and throughout the West Point community. And that's what my opening remark, that's what it means. It's a source of pride and celebration, and obviously we want to be better than what we are. But the fact that we've made this progress, or we've reached this threshold, is breeding a lot of excitement and enthusiasm academy-wide. And that feels good.
Coach Jones, if you both could address it, talk about the layoff, what it's going to, as far as getting right back to practice, how much hitting, any injuries, just kind of an update.
What about injuries?
I'll go first. We have some owies. We don't really have injuries, but I would anticipate everybody will be healthy for the game. We've been lifting and running, doing some agility stuff and lifting in the mornings, but we have finals, and I think Rich is in the same situation now with his school. So we'll start back on Thursday, and we'll go 3 days and kind of get our kind of thoughts together, get back flowing, and then start game planning on next Monday.
Coach Jones, is preparing for an opponent that runs the ball so much, is it quite a challenge? I mean, it is
a challenge. I have played, like I said, in Hawaii. We had the same situation. we played Army and Navy and Air Force, and all of them ran similar concepts to what Rich does. Rich is a little bit more unique, and it's a little different than Navy, but you better have your gaps, and you better have your guys all covered. And so it is, until the game starts, you can never practice at the level that these guys play. They know what they're doing, they know what to do when you do this, and it seems like every time we played Navy, it takes probably 15 plays for the guys to catch up with the speed of the game. And hopefully, having played Navy earlier in the year, that we'll have a little bit better feel and recall as to what some of the responsibilities are. But you know, it's like Rich. You know, he does what he does on defense. We do what we do on defense. And the bottom line is, whoever executes their game plan against what the offenses are doing against each team is going to win the game. And I have a lot of respect and watched Rich at Cal Poly as much as I could while he was there. I was rooting for him every time, and they know what they're doing, I can tell you that.
Coach Ellerson, talk about the Texas ties that, you know, even though you're the out-of-town team,
well,
18 players, you know, for Texas.
There what is it, 4 posts within easy driving range of this, so we have a huge Army presence in the area. I want to say, we were talking about this earlier, maybe you know this, Johnny, where I was guessing that maybe 10% of the Corps cadets hails from Texas. I want to say, does that sound right?
Yeah,
I think it's 5. I think it's that in that neighborhood. So obviously we recruit here, and not just from a football perspective, but academy perspective. So it's we won't, like June said, we're the visiting team, but we're not gonna feel like strangers there. I don't think. You know, we'll have some folks on our side, and it'll be great fun.
Coach Ellerson, can you also address the same thing Coach Jones did about just injuries, general health of your team going into the game?
Well, you know, we just played the other night, so we had the 3 weeks leading up to the Navy game, and we'll have another 3 weeks leading up to the bowl game. So we're and our guys are in their finals right now. So it's we're gonna get back to practice later in the week, and then eventually let the guys go on leave and then catch up when we come in on the 26th. One of the things you don't cut too much into leave. It was one of those guys that it's you'd have guys, we'd have a mutiny. You know, I guess we don't have mutinies.
No,
what do we have? But we'd have one. Whatever. But we'll get our work done, and we'll catch up on that late in the week. And we're a little bit banged up. We had, like I say, we were banged up coming out of the season. We got a little healthy for Navy. We got banged up again, but we'll be okay. The good news is that there's nothing, like Jim was saying, these aren't serious injuries. There are guys that are going to be somewhat limited in preparation, but we expect we'll be okay by game time.